December 27th, 2018. My mother woke up in so much pain from my sister calling her. My sister was calling her complaining that she was fired because my mother never came to take her to work. So my mother, dealing with it the best she could, goes over and we get the girls for the day. Well, Amanda freaks out. My mother's in so much pain, she can't deal with it. So me having Riley over, I decide to watch the kids for her. We skip to about dinner time. At this point, my mom has been sleeping all day and not doing much, going from bath to couch. Twins are being good, bouncing on my bed. Me and Riley are having fun. I decide to make some baked potatoes. Did not know how to cook very well. End up texting my dad and I said, hey, there's something I can make with some baked potatoes. And he gives me a few things. I decide not to listen. Well, I end up getting dinner done, feeding all the kids, and my mom walks back to the bathroom. Across my room, she almost falls. I run out there and I help her up, and I'm just like, it's okay, Mom, you can go lay down. Well, we're gonna skip till after dinner. After dinner, the twins start getting tired, so I go and put them in their room and let them go to bed. My mom ends up calling me out. And I come out and I'm like, hey, what do you need? She goes, I need some water and I'm really, really cold, so could you get me a blanket? So yeah, I can do that. So I walk over, I get her a blanket and cover her up. Well, twins ended up falling asleep, and my mom told me, she's like, I want to thank you for everything you've done. She goes, I want to thank you for taking care of the girls when Amanda's freaking out and I'm not here. I want to thank you for helping me when I'm not getting off my ass and dealing with it myself. I said, Mom, you're okay. I'm like, I'll do anything for you. I'll watch these girls no matter what. And I said, and you're in pain right now, which means gives you a really damn good excuse. And she looks at me and goes, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And I was just like, well, me and Red are probably going to go upstairs to go play a game. We go upstairs, leave the door from downstairs open so we could hear the twins if they woke up. We end up playing until about 10:30-ish. My dad texts me. Hey, hun, how's your mom? Said, I don't know, I'm upstairs, but I'll let you know in a little bit. Never texted him back. I end up telling Riley, hey, it's getting late, we should probably get ready to go to bed. She goes, oh, okay. Throws a little fit. We end up packing up, going downstairs, and I was like, hey, I'll get my mom to move off the couch so you can go to bed. We go out there and I shake her and her body's cold. Cold, but still moving. I mentioned, I was like, hey, I knew she was cold, but geez. And I shake her and I go, Mama. I'm like, Mama, you gotta move. Riley needs to go to bed. Shake her a few more times and Riley goes, Katie. I'm like, yeah. And I look up at her face and it was purple. Well, at this moment, I start freaking out and I start kicking the dogs off. I said, Riley, go get my phone. So Riley brings me my phone and I start calling my dad. I call him twice. I'm starting panicking at this moment and I grab the home phone and I start dialing 911. Well, me and Riley are panicking and they answer the call and I tell them my address and tell them I think my mom's dead. They're telling me to calm down and I need to proceed to do CPR. Well, dogs are freaking out. I'm freaking out. Damn good reason to, but still. And they tell me we need to pull her off the couch to do CPR. Well, I grab her leg, Riley grabs her arm, and we begin to pull. When I grabbed her leg, her muscles were almost stiff. Her leg wasn't bending like it should have. Her body wasn't really moving. And I said, Riley, let go. I was like, stop, we don't need to do this. And I told the lady, I said, I can't. I said, I know she's gone, I can't. The officers show up. He pulls us into the kitchen and the other one officer, they show up and then the lady says, she can let me go. I said, okay. One officer, they both lead us into the kitchen and ask us questions. Riley's panicking at this moment. So am I, but I'm trying to stay calm. And we're trying to stay quiet, not to wake up the girls. Pull me into the kitchen and one officer heads out to my mother. Riley's sitting on a stool in the corner. I'm sitting by the fridge and the officers are one officer is standing between us asking us questions, trying to keep us calm. Riley continues to call her mom and explain what's going on. And actually, no, that was later, just a few seconds from now. One officer comes in and he grabs my arm, holding me. Like, just one arm, holding me funny, like he was trying to lift me. And they look at him and he goes, Caitlin Edgar? And I'm like, yes. He goes, your mother has passed. I dropped almost completely, but he lifted me up. I started screaming and I was like, you can't take my mother away from me. I said, you have to be kidding, this has to. And he's like, I know it's a lot to take in, but you need to understand what's going on. He's like, is there anyone else in the house? I said, my nieces, they're sleeping. At this point, Riley had called Jen and we answered more questions and we were both losing our shit. They covered my mother with a blanket. And when Jen showed up on the front porch, I went out there and she held me. And I was losing my shit. They ended up getting dispatch or something to go and get my dad. That's a whole nother story. Well, they started calling people and everyone started showing up and Amanda come out and I held Amanda and I explained what happened and we cried together. Be honest, I missed that day when my family was close. Because no one that came up except the people that I told understood that I'm the one that found my mother. My dad ended up showing up and losing his shit. He wanted to go in and see her, and he comes out and holds this girl, so we all sat there holding each other, almost feeling like a family. It was great. Last I knew, we were a family. We're gonna skip that night. Not exactly. Officers end up telling us we need to go stay somewhere else. You know how guilty you feel when you feel like you're the one that killed your mother, even though there's no way you did it? My dad was crying on the couch, begging that why did God take his Sharon? Me and Devin trying to calm him down, and me feeling guilty as fuck. Because if I was downstairs, I swear I could have helped her. But everyone's telling me I couldn't have. Well, we're gonna skip a few months. It's about, it's the month before March. Ellen had come over because something had happened over at her house. My dad hadn't done shit. He'd been sitting in his room doing nothing. Well, Ellen comes over, and Rachel had been staying the night for a while to help me out because they'd been worried I was going to kill myself, which honestly, I thought about it a lot. I had a lot going on, which is crazy. Me and Devin and Amanda were super close. Well, we ended up playing Cards Against Humanity. And my dad was so happy. Like, so happy. For the first time in months. So, I pushed him and Ellen together. March 19th on my mom's birthday. Would have been 45. They end up telling us all that they're going to get together, but they're not going to tell everyone. I end up having the shittiest day. Amanda ends up finding out, breaking my mother's pictures, taking my mother's ashes, wanting nothing to do with us. It's currently 9/9/19. I haven't seen my nieces since that day. Well, except like once when secretly. Except maybe twice. And a few times while running around town. I recall this is in March, so it's been a while. May I recall that I'm the one that was watching her kids, taking care of them because she was freaking out. But she has the audacity to blame me and my family for something we didn't do. Again, making me feel guilty. It is currently 9/10/19. It's been almost a year since my mother's died. My family is falling apart. I have a boyfriend that loves me, and we've been dating since, coincidentally, March 19th. He asked me out the same day and brightened my day. And honestly, I'm not happy. I feel guilty for all my family's problems. And honestly, my mom's bear is sitting right next to me with her ashes, which we have very little of. We have very little of her stuff, but a lot of her memories. And bad thing is, we're still having family drama. It's been almost a year and people still won't shut up about it. Still blaming me and blaming my family. But sometimes I think people forget what it's like to walk downstairs and see your mother lifeless on the couch. But in their eyes, my mom's dead and nothing else happened. Some people don't even know that I found her. Which is why I'm making this. I want people to know. I want people to know my story and not understand, because trust me, no one's gonna fucking understand unless they've gone through the shit fucking hell I've gone through. And this is just one part of my hell story. I should make more. I would love to make more. But honestly, this is just for the people that don't know that I found my mother dead. Here you go. Here's my story. Now, I need to go to bed. And if you listen to this whole thing, good for you. If you cried, that makes me happy. Because every time I think about it, it makes me cry. And if it makes you want to go hug your mom, do it. Because trust me, losing your mother is something I don't want anyone else to experience. Especially one as awesome and as great and just all the positive words as mine. And by the way, Mom, if you're listening to this, Norm's awesome. He's cool and he takes care of me. So does Dad. I don't know how the girls are, and I don't know how Amanda is. Last time I seen her, she bragged about her life. And I told her mine was a shit show. But it's okay. Because I'm still going to take care of this family and I'm not going to leave. And I love whoever's listening to this. I love you. I may not know you. And even if you hate me, I love you. The life is too short to hate somebody. Good night.